Apparently Gen Z's drinking less. It's dry January, which means I've never felt more obsolete in my life. So today we're making a salad, but not a sad one. We're making a steakhouse wedge salad that feels like a reward at the end of a heavy training, clean eating week. And I'll even give you a drink option that doesn't break your dry January or your spirit. I really picked a terrible gimmick for this channel. No one's drinking anymore, and then there's ChatGPT, so no one needs recipe videos anymore. Me realizing I'm a DVD player in 2025 aside, we've got some prep to do. So we're gonna start by making a lightened up blue cheese dressing. Yes, you can buy your blue cheese already made. You can buy it already lightened up, but there's something really rewarding about making your own blue cheese dressing when you're doing the whole diet dry January thing. And I wanna show you guys something stupid I do here. So sometimes I don't want to dirty up dishes, so I need a 1/4 cup of 2% Greek yogurt. So I'm gonna take this 1/4 cup measuring cup here, and I'm just literally going to put in what looks like it would fit in there. It's stupid, it's lazy, and it's perfect for this. I feel like that's right. Same thing with our mayo. We need 1.5 tablespoons, and this is a light mayonnaise, by the way. And then we need 1.5 tablespoons of milk. You can also use buttermilk, but I like using milk here just because buttermilk forces you to buy that big ass container that you're not gonna use all of it. We're gonna need 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and I am actually gonna use the tablespoon measuring here just because if there's any seeds that come out, it can catch it. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and then 1 to 2 tablespoons of blue cheese crumbles. And as I always say in every video when I'm using blue cheese, I'm still not the hugest fan of blue cheese, but man, when you put together this wedge salad, pinch of salt, like an actual pinch of salt, and some fresh cracked black pepper. We're gonna give this a stir, and we're gonna taste and make sure that everything is to our liking. By the way, this is enough dressing to make 2 wedge salads. Always on the pinky. That's really good. It needs something. What does it need? Honestly, probably just a pinch more salt. Let's give it a try. Just a little bit there. I am tempted to add more blue cheese to this, but I know I'm gonna add blue cheese crumbles on top of the wedge salad at the end, so I don't need to go super crazy here. Second attempt, much better. Every time, it's all you need, just salt. Salt fixes everything. It also destroys your heart. But one more thing of freshly cracked black pepper, and then we're solid here. Let's cover this up and pop this into the fridge. Now the rest of the prep is pretty easy. We just need 1/2 cup of cherry tomatoes cut in half, 2 to 3 tablespoons of pickled red onions. These are store-bought, but I am gonna dice them up just a little bit finer. You don't have to dice these up. This is a totally optional thing. I just think it's gonna look nicer on the final presentation. And all that stuff we just prepped, you can pop back in the fridge while we work on the star of the show, some bacon. This is some very, very thick slab bacon. If I could go thicker, I would. And I'm choosing this because normally bacon on a wedge salad is just like crumbled on, but this is the main protein, so I want it to feel like a main protein, and that means thicker pieces. And we only need a few pieces of it. The rest will be for breakfast in, I guess, February. Psych, I'm gonna eat this shit tomorrow. All right, we only need a few slices of this, so I'm gonna go about 3 slices, right? So I'm gonna take the bacon and I'm just going to, cut it in half like this, because I wanna cut these into square chunks. And we're going to dice this into nice even squares. And there is our bacon diced up, and now comes the fun part, cooking it. Now the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add this to a cold pan. That's right, no heat, no nothing, just a straight up cold pan. And the reason for that is because we wanna render out as much fat from this bacon as possible and also allow it to crisp up nicely. So now that I've got my bacon in there and it's all spread out, I'm gonna turn this to like a medium-low heat. And then I'm just gonna let it cook, let it render out that fat. We're gonna use some of this fat to brush onto the salad, and the rest of the fat we can save for another time. Bacon fat is one of those amazing things. Just put it in a jar, have it next to your stove, so whenever you need to add flavor to something, some smokiness, some sauciness, put a little bacon fat in there and you're good to go. And we just wanna cook this slowly, flipping occasionally until deeply golden and crisp on the edges. And then we just remove it to some paper towels and let it cool slightly. All right, I've got a whole head of iceberg lettuce here, and we are gonna wash it. And then I'm just gonna peel off some of these outside layers. Really just this outside one. It's got some browning going on there. Then we'll take our head, we'll cut it in half as best as we can. Clearly I missed the mark there. I am gonna cut this core out. Just coming at it at an angle, boom. So now we got our half here, and we're just gonna take a knife, cut it one more, boom, we've got our wedge. And I'm just gonna bag this up because I am going to use it later to make me a nice salad with a completely different protein. All right, here comes the fun part, plating. Let's see, we're gonna go with this one, yeah. Or this actually, I think this is the better one. This is the better looking one. Just because this one's held together a lot better than this. This one's got loose leaves going on, and just for the sake of a thumbnail or presentation. All right, first thing we're doing, we're coming in with our Blue cheese, our lightened up blue cheese dressing. We're just gonna just spoon that right over the top and let it just drip wherever it decides to. I'm using about half of what I've made. Then we're coming in with our bacon. We're gonna let it not just get on the salad, I want it everywhere. Also gonna check it for poison. Poison free. Then we got our cherry tomatoes. I'm kind of just letting gravity do the work here as far as where things go. We've got our pickled red onions. Also, if you don't like pickled onions, you can use shallot. You can just finely dice up some shallot. Regular red onions work just fine too. A few more blue cheese crumbles. I'm gonna get the smaller ones in here so it's not super overwhelming. Just a little bit of this bacon fat that drizzle on top. And lastly, a smidge of salt. This is mostly for the tomatoes. Tomatoes and salt go hand in hand. And then of course, some freshly cracked black pepper. Can't forget some chives. And there you have it, a classic steakhouse wedge salad. It works because it's cold, it's crunchy, it's salty and creamy, all the things your brain actually wants. Just because you're eating healthy this month doesn't mean you can't have fun. And as I mentioned at the top, I want to recommend a non-alcoholic thing that you can enjoy with this Poor Choices episode, and that is just some alcohol-removed Pinot Grigio by Sea Glass. So I've been trying alcohol-free wines for probably about 10 years now, just trying to see which one really hits, because a lot of them are trying to imitate wine, and what ends up happening is they taste like sugar water. But these alcohol-removed ones, again, I don't know if it's a different process or what, but these taste way better. They're way more aligned with what a wine should taste like. It's giving me all the flavors, all the things that I enjoy about wine, because for me, wine is really about the taste and not necessarily the buzz I get from it. So I highly recommend this one. For the rest of this month, I'll probably be recommending some more alcohol-free options, just so I don't break you like I could easily be broken myself. And hey everybody, this is Poor Choices Kitchen. We have a Patreon link down in the description. $1 a month is all we ask for to pay for recipes in these here inflated times. And shout out to everybody who responded to the community post that I put up. I asked for some recipes that you all want to see, and a lot of you said some beginner friendly ones, some ones where you don't have to have so many ingredients and so many devices in the kitchen. So hopefully this satisfies that, because next week is back to filth. So until next time, enjoy this salad, enjoy this wine. I am definitely about to dig in because it is past noon and I have not eaten yet today. Off to a fantastic start.